Hello, Beth Hammond here again. When they say a camera adds 10 pounds, does it actually add diameter to your nostril as well? I really want to know that because I'm not sure that they're really this big in real life. I'm talking about my young adult fantasy fiction, The Sound of the Stones. And I flare them a lot. Like, what's it about? Well, have you heard of M theory? What? So this girl, Frankie, one of my main characters, is 17. Her real name is Frances, but she hates that name, so she goes by Frankie. And she's in the foster system. We don't know why in the beginning of the story. And her life's not horrible. I mean, she's not terribly mistreated or anything, but her foster parents are they're older and they have empty nest syndrome. They decided to take in a teenager to kind of fill the hole. They're kind of snooty and uppity, and they expect Frances to kind of fit this role, and she can't. She really can't because it's not her. Help me set the table, Frances. So she's got this struggle with being her and trying to live up to their expectations, and the only place that she ever really feels at home or real is when she's reading. Ooh. She is a fantasy fiction fan. One day, once upon a time, when she's walking home from school in her little small town, she sees a going out of business sign in her favorite used bookshop. And her heart sinks. She enters in one last time to see the bookstore and run her fingers over the bindings and smell the books. And maybe pick out some of her old favorites that she's traded in. And the man that had been hired to clean up the bookstore, Mr. Malik, instantly takes a liking to her, asks if she wants to help kind of clean up and help him pack up, but he mysteriously disappears after a few days of them packing up. Mr. Malik? Mr. Malik? Where'd you go? And Frankie is devastated. And when she gets home, her foster father reveals to her that this man, Mr. Malik, has been by and has left her a package. In this package is a book unlike she has ever seen. When she opens up the book to read, she kind of gets swept away by the story. And that is where the real meat of the story begins, because Frankie's connection with the characters in this novel slowly start to reveal themselves to her over a series of 3 books. And in the end, all questions are answered, and you realize that though they are separated by fiction and reality, space-time, millennia apart, there is a connection there that is undeniable, and it shatters space and time. The story that Frankie actually reads about is about a young woman named Ashra. Is that you, Ashra? Ashra? And this part of the book is set in prehistoric times, a time before human history, a time before anyone can remember, a time when things were different. Ashra is held captive. The human race is held captive by a half ethereal being, half human race. But what they don't know is that Ashra has a gift. What? What? Oh. Ashra doesn't know why she has this gift, and she hides it, and she hides it for fear of being put to death or more horrible things than that. She can hear vibrations in the crystals, in the earth. And the story is really kind of an elemental story, very earthy. Through the journey, she meets unlikely allies. She gets a message from a far-off land, and her and a band of misfits set off on a journey. Yes, I know I said the word journey twice, like right next to each other. Don't judge me. To discover hidden prophecy, discover gifts they never knew they had, and attempt to save the human race. the connection between Frankie in modern times, this normal 17-year-old girl, and Ashra, who is a prehistoric figure, is revealed, and you may figure it out before the third book gets there.
I figured it out.
But you won't have any question at all once the end is there. So I'm excited to share this with you. The Sound of the Stones is coming out September 18th, 2015, and I'm super, super excited. 2 supers, huh? Super, super, super. Have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Tell me more. Don't tell me more.